getting a hype train, which was very exciting. Okay. Hopefully it sounds okay, the mic. Which mic are you using this week? Properties. NVIDIA broadcast.
So what's
All right.
this repo game you've been playing?
What's what? Oh, Repo? Repo is an
Yeah.
interesting game. So it's a comedic horror game. I think that's probably the best way to put it. Um, you're welcome to join me at one point if you'd like. I've only been playing it. I played it with Ico, and I streamed it once. It's really like low production quality, and but like essentially you walk around as this like tube person, and it's got proximity sound. So like when you speak into your microphone, like your character speaks, right? And then people hear you based on how far away you are. And essentially what you're doing is it's like this post-apocalyptic world, and you're like looting houses to get stuff for money, right? But the problem is the houses are infected with monsters. And so like you have to like avoid the monsters and loot all the stuff. And then the longer you go without or the more houses you loot, the more difficult the houses you get to are. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely makes sense. I'm not huge on horror though, so
It's I'm also like I am not a horror person, right? I get scared so easily. However, like I said, this one is much more of a comedy game than an actual horror game. Um, and it's really entertaining to play with friends. Just because of like the ridiculousness of the physics, it's a little bit clunky. It's not like easy to control. And like just kind of the way the animations and stuff work, it's pretty cartoony and ridiculous and delightful. So, let me pull up my Twitch creator dashboard real quick because I want to make sure. The Night 257, thank you so much for the lurk. I'm so glad you're here today.
I still have the hype train conductor.
You'll have it, I believe, for literally the rest of forever. At least on my channel, you'll pretty much always see that badge. I think you might be able to choose which badges you display. Also, I believe you're going to be the first person to hit a 2-year mark for the stream. And I'm not even sure if I have a 2-year thing. So I might actually have to do that one myself. Let's see. Okay, I need to go to the creator dashboard because
Yeah, I'm
we
at
got
22 months right now.
22 months is insane. My last
And you've
stream
been doing this longer than 22.
I didn't become an affiliate until May of 23. So that's the first time you would have been able to subscribe. You've literally been subscribing since month 1. And I don't think you've missed a subscription month.
No, I haven't there. I have it auto renewing just to make sure. But no, but you were streaming before then though, before you became affiliate. So
yes, the first time I started actively streaming was March of 23, which was exactly 2 years ago. And
yeah.
I streamed Elden Ring, if you remember that.
Yeah, I do.
That was the first thing that I ever like. I had done maybe a total of like 6 streams before that of just at random. I streamed like Dark Souls 3 at like for 2 hours once. Like it was like small stuff like that, right? I basically set up the channel so I could use it as a tax break. And then that was all I used it for. But I've really revamped my focus on making sure that like I engage people who come to the channel. And I'm trying to create more events that like get people to like essentially just come hang out, right? What am I? Viewer rewards.
Hello there.
Emotes. That's why there's the oh, that's right. Okay, so we got our last 2 animated emotes. I just have to upload them. Hello, Zarya.
I was muted this whole time. Hi.
We were not ignoring you. We just couldn't hear you.
No, that's okay. I have been in the habit of clicking my mute button on my laptop. And so like, yeah, it was muted.
Well, I am happy you're here.
Me too. I am not feeling 100%, but I am here.
That is
I am
okay.
happy to
I
be here.
super duper appreciate you choosing to be here even when things are difficult. Okay. And you know what? You're going to be blessed
Aw.
for your efforts. I feel it in my jellies. Spinny.
I'm also just like laying in bed, so I only have one screen again. So, you know, we're doing all the things on one screen. But we are here.
Dancing. Emote.
Yeah, I'm doing this on my phone and laptop right now.
Nice.
I got like 3 devices. So I should, but I'm too lazy right now to figure that all out. I have my phone and I have a reading tablet that has internet.
Oh crap! I forgot that I still need to figure out how to do this Twitch alerts thing, so I can get us 2 more. Oh, celebration. That's how they do it. Oh my gosh! I just learned something that's going to be a game changer when I get to fixing it tomorrow. My goals for after stream, I have to finish the Wolf Dog Wednesday video, which is almost done. And then I also still need to eat dinner, which my dinner is like prepped. I just haven't eaten it yet. So it's in the fridge.
You can I was like, you can eat it while you DM. I trust you. You can do that.
I don't ever want to eat on stream. That is not a thing that I want to do.
The camera can malfunction, you know?
Oh, guys, my
Just
camera
turn off the
isn't
camera for a
working.
little bit.
Please ignore these slurping and sounds like back here.
Hey, I
It's my
eat during
cat.
D&D half the time, and I've never had people comment on it. So
Yeah, that's
now you're
perfectly
gonna listen for that.
acceptable. But my camera's on. I don't want. Oh, I don't want people to have to watch me eating. I don't
It's
want to
like
have to watch me
6:30
eating.
here. It's 6:30 here, so I'm like, it's like dinner time.
Yeah.
I just barely finished eating today, but like most of the time, I'm like, last week I ate pizza during our D&D. It just happens.
Pizza is
You
delightful.
doing better now?
After the emergency room and everything. Are you home yet?
Oh yeah,
You're home now, right?
I am home.
How wonderful.
So fun story. I did that, and then I got a freaking cold as I was getting better. So I'm like all stuffy nose. I had a sore throat. So I've just been like sick for the last like week and a half. Because I at first was like GI stuff, which it was like super bad cramps and fun things coming out of me, you know? And then now it's like cold and headaches and stuffy nose and sore throat and gunk in the back of my throat and all that fun stuff.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's a good.
But I'm no
Bo's,
longer
like, really
crampy,
patiently.
so that's
I know
fine.
Bo's still sitting by his
Taking
plant.
notes.
Yeah, he's still.
That is really good. Night Fairy 620 follow.
It's everybody.
I got rated on recently by a guy named Night Fury 620, which was awesome. I have no idea who he is, but I'm glad that he rated my channel. So
Hello,
I
friends.
just went and followed him. Ayo! Ayo!
Now
Hello,
we just
friend.
need to fix it.
I feel like Fixit said something about how like he's gonna just generally be late because his kids are like being pests or something. I don't know. I feel like I remember him saying something like that.
That's weird. Biscuit, I have good news.
For me?
I mean, it is for everyone, but it is especially pertinent to you, I think. If everybody will turn their attention to the stream, there are a couple of new animated emotes that have been fully developed. Board Game Bree, welcome back to the chat. You're here just in time. Okay. That speech derailed quickly. Last two animated emotes that I commissioned. That's the word I couldn't remember. That I commissioned for the stream, just getting finished. Yay! Okay, all right. Now that I remember how to speak English, rather than being distracted by the wonderful Board Game Bree who has decided to join us, let's see if I can get this to work. Boru na. No! Where are my... Am I not... Do I have to... Hold on. I might have to go to the channel as myself. For some reason, I think the Streamlabs...
I don't have access to them either yet.
Oh, I might have to save the changes somewhere. Do I have to save the changes?
Oh.
Uh,
Peach
Where?
got it to work.
it's
What?
so tiny. It's so
Peach
cute.
got it to work? Ah! Ah, I'm glad you got it to work. Why can't I get it to work?
So
I want.
good.
I made sure. Ah, I want to get it to work.
I'm just refreshing my window.
This is so good.
That is good.
It's so good.
We now have 7 full animated emotes, and I love each of them as if they were my own children. Yeah, that's the other one that just got released, the Crown Anima.
It's so good.
Yeah. Oh, the Knight, thank you so much. Oh, also, I made a Boru raid command. I hope it works. Okay. I gave... Oh, it looks so much bigger when AO did it.
Yeah, how come Ao's biscuit
Oh, he
is big?
gigantified it? How did you do
How
that?
did
Yeah, you gotta
identify your biscuit?
30 bit.
It's a pay-to-win game.
Yeah, it is.
It is so good.
Okay, if I copy this, does it work when I type it out? Okay, I went through, I created the command. I thought I used the names correctly, so that you guys would have something that you could just like copy and paste when we rated that like had all the animated emotes. It was a lot of fun, right? And the spinning and flailing turtles are working, but the other ones aren't, and I have no idea why. Flaily Turt.
That's good. You can figure it out.
Flaily Turt. What's Spinny Turt? Spinny Turt is working. Stay positive Turt Anima. Is there a typo in there somewhere? Borna stay positive Turt Anima. That looks exactly like how you're supposed to spell it. I don't understand. Squishy Frog? Is the Squishy Frog? Boruna Squishy Frog.
Oh. Never mind.
What happens if you copy and paste it? Either Peach or the Knight, for whom all the animated emotes seem to be working. Oh, also, Board Game Bree as the first non Okay. All right. At least it's not just me this time.
Go for it.
I take some small solace in this. Board Game Bree, for being the first person to type in chat who isn't in the voice chat of the stream. You get to pick the full set of Dungeons & Dragons dice from D4 to D100, and I will bless you with a boon of destiny based on your roll. So it's higher risk, higher reward. The bigger the number you choose between D4 and D100, the greater potential reward, but also the greater potential to risk. So, with that being said, Board Game Bree, what die would you like me to roll for you? Again, the choices range from D4 to D100. Dude, I should have like some epic theme song that like I need to come up with a piece of music that like I draw it out slowly and like light begins to shine. And a D100, obviously. All right, so the way that this works is I open up the sword, right? I cover up all the die that are not being rolled, and the Sword of Destiny itself rolls your D100. I also need to work on the camera angle for this. Uh-oh. Oh. I was like, where'd the other one go? Oh, all right. That's interesting. You rolled a 50. Just a straight up 50.
Wow.
Right there in the middle. Like, max risk, max reward, and Destiny says nothing. So
You will have average luck.
you will have a completely average day tomorrow. There might be a little bit of up and a little bit of down. Whatever happens, it's going to balance out. So just know that if you do have any negative moments tomorrow, they're going to balance out with equally positive ones.
And if you're having a really great day, just be ready for the other shoe to drop.
I also need to work on a way for the camera to actually be able to see the die rolls, because even when I hold the dice up to the camera, it hasn't worked very well yet. Yeah, so tomorrow you get to have a day of balance, right? And sometimes that's what we need. I do really like that AO gigantified the dancing biscuit. It looks really nice. I really like the flailing turret. I like it a lot.
I like the flailing turret too.
Did I call it flailing or flaily? Flaily turret. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, but that's what we've got. Okay, and then how do so I can copy that. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm pretty sure I have infinite channel points. So how do I? There we go. Gigantify.
Well, it's not channel points, it's bits.
Oh, it's bits?
Yeah.
Did I just spend 30 bits to gigantify my emote on myself? That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, well, I just paid myself 30 cents to gigantify an emote. Or 3 cents. I'm actually not sure. I think, so 1,000 bits is $1. So yeah, I think 30 bits is 3 cents. Hydrate. All right. Premium hydrate. Well, this evening for premium hydration, I have my beautiful red Las Vegas, Nevada cup that I bought from a Walgreens while I was at Dice Tower West because I wanted a souvenir. But drinking, just so you know, drinking out of this is actually terrible. There's like a hole right here in the middle where the air is supposed to come out, but it just so happens that it's exactly where my nose goes when I try to drink from this. So like my nose ends up plugging the hole more often than not, which makes it really awkward to drink out of. But that's my premium hydration cup for the evening.
By the way, it sounds like Fix-It's on his way.
Yeah, he said he should be here soon.
Dropping in a few.
It's been like 8.
8 is probably more than a few, depending on how you colloquially group your numberings. So, yeah, let's take a chance really quickly to review the upcoming schedule. So Friday, we're going to be having a variety board game stream. I think it's either going to be Mysterium or Seven Wonders. I've got 6 people coming over, and I'm still working out the kinks of how to perfectly get 7 people around a table and on camera and make it look like engaging and make it be engaging. So we'll see.
You just have a ceiling camera.
A ceiling camera?
Yeah, so then it captures the whole table and everybody from like bird's eye view.
Well, so what I've been doing is I've had one camera for people's faces and one camera for the board game itself, right? And then I've got like 2 scenes that swap, like so that like the big image is people's faces or the big image is. But what I might do is, so when I started taking streaming more seriously back in January, I went on Amazon and I bought a bunch of different webcams for pretty cheap, like anywhere between like $20 and $30 each. And then I bought Roberto, who I have mixed feelings about, but he's good. Roberto's fine. So I have like 5 webcams. So I might be able to set it up so that there's like 3 or 4 different cameras for just to capture people's faces that I can like rotate between, and then keep like a small pocket of my face and then a small pocket of the board game, and then also have one that like with like the board game is the big image, and then like people's faces in the boxes, if that makes sense. I'll have to get that set up tomorrow so that it's set up on time for Friday. And then on Saturday is the Stardust Watch Party, which is something that we had talked about on this stream originally, and all of you are cordially invited to. It is bring your own popcorn, but it's going to be
You're
amazing.
not gonna mail us all popcorn?
I'm not going to mail you all popcorn this time. But I think I could come up with a sign up for the event and I'll mail you popcorn at some point. Maybe I'll mail everyone Garrett's. One time for my brother-in-law's birthday, so he was born and raised in Chicago. So my sister, for one of his birthdays, ordered pizza from Chicago. And this is while they were living in Utah. But there was a place that delivered. They were like, yeah, we'll ship you one of our pizzas, one of our Chicago deep dish pizzas to Utah. And she got it there for his birthday.
It's beautiful.
It's amazing.
But yeah, so this Saturday, 7 p.m. Central, we're watching Stardust. I prepared a round of discussion questions for afterwards because I freaking love that movie. But it's also just going to be kind of a free form. Like if whoever wants to chat about the movie can. I encourage you to stop by. It's going to be amazing. I'll probably be in about half an hour early just to talk to people and hang out. I will also be posting probably on Sunday my convention schedule for the rest of the year. So it's going to be all the conventions that I've signed up for and have badges for and am going to, so that if anybody out there wants to meet me in person, they will know exactly when and where they can do that easily. Yeah.
I'm guessing you aren't going to any in Canada?
Well, you haven't told me which ones in Canada are next to you yet. So I have not yet planned any in Canada. Also, I mean, I can still make it to Canada. Canada is just going to be angry about it.
That's right.
But I would make that sacrifice. I'll do a convention in Canada. I'll do a convention in Canada. Yeah, my goal for the year, because I want to start. I've started a board game development company where I give people feedback on board games that they're designing. Which has been going really well. I've got 4 different people that have like said that I've actually helped them, which has been really nice. And then later in the year, I want to develop. I'm thinking about designing my own game as well. So I've been looking into that a little bit and what I want to do and how I would do it and where I would go with it. So those are in the works. But part of the board game development scene is I need to go out there and meet people and network and things like that. So I've committed to myself that I will be going to at least one board game convention every month for the rest of the year. And I believe I have every month filled, September being possibly the only exception, because right now the only board game convention I've signed up for in September is called the Dice Tower Retreat, which I was encouraged to sign up for, but essentially it's a wait list, and so it's basically a lottery about whether or not I'll actually get in. So I might be looking for a different one in September. And then also, any month that is not July, I can probably fit a second one in. And so if you let me know like what board game convention near you, Biscuit, you'd want to go to, then I can probably make it. And then, yeah, I'll be posting it. Or it doesn't have to be a board game convention either. Like, if you're like, Brian, I don't play board games, but there's this other convention I'm interested in, that's also good.
Good to know. I need to look up board game conventions in Canada.
Yeah, so that schedule will be posted here by the end of the week. My next one is Geekway to the West. That's going to be in St. Louis in May. I believe it's like the weekend of May 18th. I'm going to convention in Huntsville, Alabama the last week of April because my friend is also graduating from officer training school in the Air Force. So I'm going to his graduation. and then that weekend there's a convention. And I've got family that lives in Huntsville, so it's like a threefer. I'm going to the graduation, I'm going to a convention, and I'm visiting family. All good reasons to travel, and the fact that I can do it all in one trip just makes it all the better. Ooh. Do you see how shiny my head is? I can't believe I never noticed how shiny my head is on stream until I started shooting the video for the board game.
I have a question, D&D stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so Green Flame Blade cantrip, an action to cast, but then in the description it says that you try to hit somebody. So does that mean I can both cast and attack?
That would make sense to me. There are a few different cantrips that like you cast it and attack as part of the action of casting it.
Okay.
That is one of them.
That is one of them that does that.
Okay, that makes sense.
At 5th level, a melee attack does extra fire damage. Both damage 11th. Oh, so just for being 5th level, you get the extra damage. So yours should do... Where does it say the initial damage? Oh, fire damage equal to your spellcasting ability modifier plus 1d8. Because you all are level 9 now.
Yes, so 2d8s for me.
I think...
Yeah, in the wording of Green Flame Blade, it literally says you brandish a weapon, use the spell casting, and make a melee attack.
That's cool.
So. Oh, hold on. And you cause the green fire to leap from the target to a different creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it. The second creature takes damage equal to your spellcasting ability modifier. Why does this... It's in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
Yeah, I believe it is.
Right, but like I don't see an initial damage value. It doesn't say in this wiki, it does not say how much damage the initial hit does.
Yeah.
Oh, the initial hit's just the melee weapon damage. The green flame is within the jump.
And then the green flame bounces to an extra target. Okay, so that's essentially okay. But then starting at 5th level, your initial attack does 1d8 extra damage.
Yep.
And then the secondary target takes 1d8 plus your modifier.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So right now, if you were to use that cantrip right now, you would do your melee weapon attack plus 1d8 fire damage to the first thing that you hit, and then the green flame bounces and does 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier to the secondary target.
That's cool.
That is cool. And if you would like, we can call this a Tema Flame Blade.
Ooh.
Her flames are green.
Yes, I would like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I get to ban someone.
You do get to ban someone. You get to ban 69_Kira, who apparently has been around since 2022.
Oh, come on. Their oldest follower.
They haven't been in my chat since then.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Today's contest.
Perfect.
Don't DMCA strike me.
This is why everyone comes here.
For my terribly improvised karaoke.
Wait, I come
in. Yipyar did well. Yipyar watched me fail abominably at karaoke. Do you remember that, Yipyar? I tried to sing "Ain't No Mountain High Enough," but I forgot how high Marvin Gaye's voice gets.
It gets high?
It gets really high.
I also forgot some of the lyrics of that song. There were more lyrics than I remembered.
Yeah.
Oh, did you sing it together?
No.
No,
Oh.
No. I
I hummed along.
try so hard to get people to Fix It is actually the only one here who has sang karaoke with me. But Fix It essentially rented a private karaoke room for my family and his family, and was like, "All right, we're gonna sing karaoke in this private room."
Wow, that's
and
got
it's-
money.
It's really funny too because like the only place that do so like karaoke is really popular over like in Japan and China and stuff, right? And so a lot of places, even stateside, that do like the private karaoke rooms, very Asian influence. And so, like, as you're searching through the song list, most of it is in either the Chinese characters or like katakana or hiragana. And like finding English songs actually becomes pretty difficult. So, like, the selection is way worse for us who primarily speak English.
Yeah, there's a place like that where I'm staying right now. I only went there once though.
Nice. I really enjoy karaoke. I've been wrecking my. You know what? Yeah, let's let's do something. Your husband proposed to you in a private karaoke room. Oh, that's so cool.
He
Can you
like
tell us a
I
bit
really
more?
was obsessed with like this really obscure song at the time, and so he called them to make sure that they had like that song, and they like went and got that song, and then he sang me that song and proposed.
That
It was
is
really cute.
glorious.
That is so cute.
Anyway, we were
That's
just talking
amazing.
about that. That brought back all the good memories.
That is wonderful. I'm so. I need to type wholesome. Wholesome. Okay, so yeah, we'll do some sort of karaoke themed contest today. You know what? Let's do unwarranted karaoke confidence.
So the more confident you are, the more unwarranted it is, which means the worse you are at karaoke.
The worse you are at karaoke. Yeah, so a 10 is like right there in the middle where your confidence in karaoke exactly matches how good you are at karaoke. This doesn't necessarily reflect on whether or not you're actually good at karaoke. That's something we can either decide in a different contest or you can decide for yourselves. But this is like how much more confident you are when doing karaoke than your voice really allows.
Okay, so what does the 17 mean?
That means you are insanely confident on stage compared to
I'm
your
more
voice.
confident. I got an 18.
Oh.
Sorry, I've got an 18. Biscuit has a 17.
Like 19.
Yipyar has a 19. We've got a karaoke group here if I've ever heard of one. Maybe we'll have an all karaoke Kobold episode. All Kobold karaoke episode. Oh
I like
my
that.
I don't
god.
know about that.
Actually, I think I'm losing my voice.
I've got stuffiness in my nose right now, so
Hey, that's okay. I'll give you, a week or two to prepare. You can all prepare your own Kobold pun-based karaoke spin-offs. Hey,
I got a 3.
Ao got a 3. Oh my goodness. I hope Fix It rolls really high so that like you all go to this Kobold karaoke room, right? Maybe you install it on Bookfinder 5 and you invite Jix. I'm sure Jix is amazing at karaoke. And Ao's just like sitting in the corner trying to blend into the shadows, trying not to get up and sing. That's amazing. Okay. All right. So last episode, we finished up the wedding. And old Nana Sarah and Ao flipped onto a moose or an elk. Flipped
Elk.
onto an elk and rode off into the sunset. Young women cried and one man fainted at the sheer beauty of this closing scene. Oh, also, you shot Rumble Bunny in a weird physics-based cannon out of the pocket vault.
Yeah,
So that was
after
interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my best to find Rumble. It'll be
yeah.
fine.
So you've gained some renown with the town. You're enjoying your newfound status, right, as kind of elite members of this little small human town. But it's the biggest human town you've ever been to. Though you've got it in with the royal family. You're becoming slightly chummier with him. You feel comfortable walking in through the front. Well, you feel comfortable having the butlers open the front door for you. Old Nana Sarah and Ao went on a honeymoon. Ooh. For, I don't know, 36 hours.
I just gotta say that acrobatics roll she did last time was not a fluke.
I'm very happy for you.
You have all reached level 9, and you spent a couple of weeks in town kind of just, living life. You're finally accepted around town for this town for the first time. People don't see you as like those strange, nasty vermin kobold things. But like actually, like people are being chummy to you. You've gathered some like accreditation for yourselves and for the kobold community at wide, at least in this like immediate region. Even people from neighboring towns recognize you on sight. There's not a whole lot of kobolds that they interact with, so but you've got some fame. And it feels nice. So the question is now, what do you want to do?
So this is after we spent a week or so after the wedding?
Yeah, this is probably a week and a half after the wedding. Ao rolled
Did I
back into
find-
town. You did find Bunny Rumble, got him back in the pocket vault. Fix-It found his cell phone in his pocket and was really upset that he couldn't find it the entire wedding.
So
No pictures.
during that week,
No pictures.
I would like to do something with Rumble.
Is this going to be safe for the stream to hear?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Play date.
I'm
What are you
going to
do
awaken
with
him.
Rumble? You're going to what?
I'm going to awaken him.
You're going to awaken Baby Rumble.
Yes.
Okay. Yip yar.
What does that mean?
That's
Since
amazing.
I will
Ao's
read the spell
honeymoon,
to you.
awakening Bunny. Now, are you awakening Bunny Rumble or Baby Rumble?
I'll wait. No. Rumble in his normal form.
All right. Go ahead and read out the spell so that everybody gets to hear the glorious awakening.
Okay.
Does that fix it?
Yep.
Hey! All right, before we get
Yo.
into this, Fix-It, I need you to roll your D20 for the contest. Also, you missed the announcement, but we now have our full allotment of animated emotes with the last 2 animated emotes coming in, and you should go check them out because I think everybody here agrees that they're amazing.
Especially
And
Alright, I got a 2.
Interesting. So the group is very polarized. Fix-It got a 2. So, this is what it is, right? The contest today was unwarranted karaoke confidence. We're going to be doing a karaoke, Kobold karaoke session here in the future because I decided it was a good idea. And Yipyar, Zarya, and Biscuit rolled a 19, 18, 17 respectively, meaning they have way more confidence that their voice allots. Ao rolled a 3, and then you squeaked under him with a 2. Now, that doesn't mean that you're bad at karaoke, nor does it mean that you're good at karaoke. It means that you're way more shy about karaoke than you should be. So it's up to you to determine how good you actually sing.
I think next week we do how good we actually sing. Or karaoke sing contest. Then it puts this into context.
And it puts it into context.
Because,
But if we're ever gonna
if Yipyar is an
are we ever gonna
amazing
have to
singer,
actually sing?
I would love it if we all actually sang karaoke for one special episode of the Kobold campaign.
You
No,
might
I
lose
what if
followers.
What if Yipyar is like an amazing singer and then he's just so over the top, even though he's already an amazing singer?
Oh man, I love that Biscuit was like, "You might lose followers," as if like the only people who would unfollow is like one of you. Biscuit would be like listening to herself sing and be like, "No, I can't take this anymore.
I can't support this.
Well, okay. The thing is,
This
Biscuit,
type of humiliation.
but Biscuit canonically does like death growl.
It does.
I would
So-
love for you to do like a death metal, or if you wanted to, you could do a baby metal song.
Baby metal.
Chocolate's pretty popular.
Yeah. I need to actually listen to them. Like I've watched baby metal videos, but I don't remember anything.
That's all right. That's what karaoke is for. Is that also going to be the first episode where everybody turns their camera on?
Oof.
Oh, everything's coming together. It's going to be beautiful.
If we have to turn camera on for karaoke episode, I'm definitely outsourcing that.
I'll just
none
have
of your
someone else
viewers.
show up, you
Only-
won't know.
That's what I'm saying. Only AO knows what I actually look like.
What? I know what you look like.
Yeah, you don't count.
There's
You're
like-
the DM.
Oh, okay.
Brian and Yipyar know
You're
what I
not a
look
viewer.
like.
That's
And
true.
know everything.
That's true. I mean, like, very, very worst, right? You could just hold up like a stuffed animal to the camera and be off to the side and sing to your camera that way.
I'm more worried about the singing than the appearing on camera. What are you saying about my appearance, Brian?
You're the one who said you didn't want to show up on camera. You said that was the deal breaker for you. I was trying to give you an out.
No, I mean if somebody, I mean, I need somebody else to sing, and then if I'm on camera
Oh.
and someone else is singing, how's that going to work?
I don't know.
Here you are telling
Oh.
me that my face is going to lose you viewers.
You just gotta listen.
You know what? I think I can come up with a solution to this. If you cheer 10,000 bits to the channel, I'll sing your song for you, and you get to pick the song.
So,
Seems like a pretty reasonable solution to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
seems
agree.
good.
I agree, completely reasonable. Oh man, I am taking suggestions for the song, people.
Also, I spoke to the artist who's been doing the emotes and let her know that the stream's will was that Shine Bright Like a Brian would now just be an image of my head, my bald head, shining very brightly. So, once that is in place, any 10,000 bit cheer will be rewarded with a Shine Bright Like a Brian emote. Okay, so Ao and Old Nana Sarah have just gotten back from their honeymoon, and lo and behold, during that time, Yipyar took on a special project. Yipyar, take it away.
So, I bought an agate, so I went back to the Bookfinder Lounge, requested one. I need it for this spell. So after spending the casting time tracing magical pathways on this precious gemstone, I touched Rumble with it, because he's a huge or smaller beast or plant. The target must have no intelligence score and intelligence of 3 or less. I'm pretty sure his intelligence is 2.
Yep, his intelligence is 2.
The target gains an intelligence of 10. The target also gains the ability to speak one language you know. I'm going to leave it up to you whether my rest of my party, if we have them speak Draconic or Common. And we can
Do we
ignore
all
the stuff
speak
about plant.
common?
You
Huh?
both speak and read Common now. Don't you remember eating the books?
Oh yeah.
We do, but I feel like him speaking Draconic.
Ao, you became super robot-y right there.
Is that better?
Yes?
Yes.
You
Oh,
might want to
I was
repeat
gonna
what you said,
say,
though.
I was gonna say, I think him speaking Draconic is a little more convenient for us.
Convenient. I was thinking intimidating.
That's also pretty convenient.
Is it permanent? Will he always
Yeah.
have these? Oh my god.
It'll be permanent.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
Also, the awakened beast or plant is charmed by you for 30 days, or until your companions do anything to harm it. Then the charmed condition ends, and the awakened creature chooses whether to remain friendly to you or not, based on how you treated it while it was charmed. So after 30 days, he will be able to choose whether he's going to stick with us or do his own thing, now that he'll be a very intelligent creature.
That's amazing.
I'm so happy for this.
All right. Baby Rumble has been awakened, has an intelligence of 10, and speaks Draconic. Now,
Yep.
the question is, well, I guess it's not really a question, but I don't know if Rumble would enjoy being turned into a bunny for feeding time.
Well, now we get to talk to him about it, though.
You can ask
Now
him
you
now.
get to talk to him about it. Is this just going to be the interview Baby Rumble episode?
You gotta make sure we document it in the book and take videos.
Oh, that's true. That's
Except
true.
on his phone again.
You guys haven't been Oh yeah, that's right. At the end of the last episode, you asked the East Wind if Ao should marry old Nana Sarah, and the East Wind said no.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Bum bum bum. So, do you guys want to start interrogating Ao? Do you want to start asking old Nana Sarah questions? You become pretty chummy with the Ruel family. So, like, you have access in and out of the house. The butlers take care of you. Rumble's now awakened and is intelligent.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So, do I back home and Rumble is suddenly, like super smart and can talk out of the blue, or like does it take a while to happen?
So, I think it takes
No,
the process of the full. Oh, yeah, when you get back from your honeymoon, yeah, it's a sudden
Yeah, 'cause I wasn't
transformation for
there.
you. Yeah. I have this image in my head, right, of like you coming home and like Rumble is like leaning onto like one elbow with like a book in front of his belly, like and he's just like flipping the pages, and like he sees you walk in, he's like, "What's up?" And then like he just keeps reading. I have a feeling that he's kind of in a bratty teenager phase right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably is.
I still
That's
want
right.
to walk up to him and go like, "Oh, someone taught you how to pose? That's so cute. Hey, Rumble, it's been a while. I missed you, buddy." I like pet his head.
He like gently pushes your hand away, and he's like, "Right. I guess I
Right,
missed
all
you
of a
too."
sudden has to give Rumble a personality.
Yeah. He and then like he leans in really close to you and he starts smelling you, and then you see his face break into a smile and he goes, "Oh, I do remember you. What's your name?"
Dude, you can talk now? What do you mean, what's my name? We've known each other since you were a baby.
That may be true, but I just learned how to know things.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know. I'm kind of sad all the time now. And
Damn.
the world's a big scary place. Before I would just like eat and be happy, and now I have to contemplate existence. And
Wait, but you
nobody
can
has
still
any-
do that. That's what I do. I just eat and be happy. It's kind of
Oh. This feels like it's about to go down an eating disorder path.
Do you still like berries?
Yeah, I mean berries are kind of nice. I don't know. Food is food, right? It feels like everything is food. He's like, I have learned to stop eating books because apparently they're important.
That's good. Yeah. I had to stop
also,
that too.
now that I know what furniture is, apparently I'm not supposed to eat that. And now I recognize that some of my so I mean,
Yeah,
I've been
those get
dealing
in
with
the way
that.
all the time. I know.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I guess, am I supposed to care whether or not my food has feelings? Like,
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Most of the time.
I mean,
But I mean, berries don't feel anything, so those are good. Those are
are
fine.
you sure? Because sometimes when I bite into a good berry, I feel like it's screaming.
I feel like I
Huh.
walked in carrying a like dragging an elk or something I just killed.
Rumble just like jumps up excitedly and just runs over and starts eating it.
I
I'm
guess
glad you
some
marked
things
that
don't
moment as
change.
wholesome. Yeah, he's like,
We
I
didn't
mean,
mark it earlier.
in the moments where I think about it, yeah, it becomes hard to think about. But then I see food and I just get really excited. So I don't know, man. I'm just gonna go back to reading my picture book. He's reading The Hungry Hungry
Yeah.
Caterpillar.
Yeah,
Very
I
fitting.
Rumble,
think you're gonna be
you're like
fine.
you're like everybody else who's ever been on a diet, Rumble. It's all good. It's all good until somebody walks in with an elk.
He like pats you on the back, but he still doesn't know how to control his own strength, and you kind of tumble across the room. But he's like laughing from the belly. It's a nice deep rumble.
I see we did that.
Thank you. It's more of an audio joke than a visual joke, but meeting the party. Yeah, actually this could be really fun. So today let's roleplay everybody's first encounter with now intelligent Rumble. So go ahead and take a little bit of time to think about like how you want the scene to go, what you want to happen. There's going to be 3 D20 rolls in everybody's scene to determine how well the moments go. This is going to have, oh my goodness, this is going to be so much to track for me and my little poor DM brain. Because this character is very important to the party, and now it's intelligent. It's intelligent. Okay.
It's average intelligence.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, actually, it would be slightly above average because commoners don't even have 10 sometimes.
Wait, how much does he have? How much intelligence does he actually have? Like
oh, he's
number-wise?
smarter than some people in the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have a negative intelligence modifier.
Oh,
I have a
yeah.
negative intelligence.
My intelligence is a 7.
mine's an 8.
Mine's also an 8. He's more intelligent than I am.
He's smarter than half the party.
He's,
I'm just
oh.
wiser than him.
I'm a 14, so I feel like Rumble and I are going to really hit it off. You know, the
You're
rest of
like,
you.
finally someone's smart.
Yeah, I finally have somebody to talk to about cell phones.
Oh my goodness. Is he going to become your apprentice cell phone repairman with his big rumbly paws?
I hope so.
He doesn't have opposable thumbs.
So I don't know where I was when he became smart, but I definitely think we should retcon a photo in. Or at the very least, I have to take one now. Him meeting, like each one of him meeting someone.
Yeah, each of the meetings, him reading his first book, maybe him speaking his first word. I feel like those are all good events. So you can probably get like 5 or 6 good rolls in today.
Yeah, I feel like I would have done this on like day 2 or 3.
How long does the
'Cause I need
process
to-
itself take?
I need a full 8 hours to carve the stone with the engraving, and then
Okay.
I immediately. So it takes 8 hours to prep the stone, and then immediately once I touch the stone to him, it takes effect.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, so then let's go ahead and roll initiative for the order in which we're going to do these scenes. Meeting, Rumble, initiative.
I got a 1.
You were
Maybe You were so tired from carving the stone that you pressed it to him and then passed out.
It didn't explain at all to you guys what was happening.
Got a 3 over here. So not much better.
10.
I mean, I guess I don't go again.
Yeah, no, we'll get you in here. This is the order in which we're gonna play the scenes. You're obviously going to have met him after everybody else, but everyone else's will be in the order of initiative order. So, Ao, what'd you roll?
A 5.
And then Zarya?
I got a 19, so I don't have a lot of time to plan.
I can stall for some time if you'd like. Yeah, because
could
I'll explain a
also-
little bit more about how this is going to work, right? Because, so like I said, there's going to be 3d20s. So we're going to do this a little bit like the board game Adventure Party. Adventure Party, please sponsor my stream. I highly doubt that you're watching. So this is what's going to happen. You're going to explain how you want like the first moment to go, and then you're going to roll a d20, and then that's going then you're going to say, okay, well, but this is what actually happened. And then there's going to be a bridge, right, where like maybe you take him to do some activity, right, or you play you're going to do something with Rumble, and you're going to tell us what you want to do with Rumble, and then you're going to roll to see how well that goes. And then finally, I guess, essentially each of you is taking Rumble on a date. A little play date to get to know Rumble, to celebrate his awakening, to be happy with him, to spend time with him, and it's going to be wonderful. And yeah, Yip Yar, it's going to be really funny to role play why you, the Awakener, are the last one to meet the awakened Rumble.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, but I have this scene playing out in my head now while we're stalling for Zarya, of like you do like essentially pass out immediately after awakening him. So Rumble wakes up and his first conscious thought is like he sees your body and like he has to fight the urge to eat you, but he doesn't know why. And he's like, "What is happening? Why? What is happening? What is happening?" Because he doesn't have the words for thinking, right? Or I guess maybe it comes with an innate understanding of language, and then he's like, "I guess I'm thinking. This is uncomfortable. I've never had to do this before. I mean, I don't want to eat him because he gives me food, but also I'm hungry. Also, is he dead? He's probably not dead."
Is this happening like in your room, or is it happening in a field outside? Like where?
It probably would have happened in the pocket vault.
Well, actually, if you guys were in the Bookfinder Lounge, it probably happened in Ao's room, right? Who's out on honeymoon, but he's the one that had like built the essentially mushroom fun park, right? With like the spa day, and he was the one that was taking care of Rumble and like and that's where Biscuit kept like the shadow cage for Rumble to sleep in, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it probably would be back in Bookfinder then.
Yeah, so it's probably in Ao's room at the Bookfinder Lounge, which Rumble has by himself. Which even more delightfully then. So after seeing you on the ground unconscious, like Rumble eats some mushrooms and gets really tired because thinking takes a lot of energy that he's never had to use before. And
I just picture him losing weight overthinking so much.
And so he decides like he wants to sleep, and he's like, "I think I'm supposed to sleep in a bed. That seems right." And so he goes and lays down in Ao's bed and absolutely destroys it.
God damn it. He has his own crate.
Yeah, but
he has a whole vault
now. Are you gonna?
He has a whole vault.
Yeah, why don't you just go lay on the ground in a cave-like vault, Ao, for the rest of your life? How does that sound?
Oh God, this is gonna be a problem.
And then after he destroys your bed, he feels ashamed for the first time. And so he eats your bed to cover the evidence, or to hide the evidence.
Okay, it's all right. That's cute.
I wonder if he remembers what you two did after we got him and we freed all the other animals.
We don't talk about that.
Wait,
I'm a married man now.
I don't remember.
When
Oh,
we-
wasn't there there was some charm effect that happened, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they all got very friendly in a very, very friendly way.
Oh, oh dear. Oh dear. Yes, that did happen. Oh, dear.
I mean, we
Uh,
just established he just became like smart, right?
Yeah, so
Does he have memory?
so
That's what
he
came
has
before
so like deeply embedded memories, like scent memories and probably some touch memories. He'll have like a general feeling of and he's charmed, right? So he considers each person in Yip Yar's party to be friendly towards him. But essentially you're on a 30-day timer to get him to actually like you, because when the charm effect ends, that's when he'll really have his first solid understanding of like your relationships with each other and like unbiased.
But
So-
he remains smart. Doesn't matter what, like
Yeah.
if he decides to stay with us or
He
not. Like
is
he's just like
intelligent
this
for the
forever.
rest of eternity, for as long as he lives.
Gotcha.
And as he levels up, he can increase his intelligence. Maybe he'll become a study holic, right? Maybe he wants to become Rumble Wizard and learn how to cast magic missile.
That would
Could you imagine Rumble with a wizard hat?
yeah, casting enlarge on himself.
Casting enlarge on himself? Oh my goodness. And
I mean, I don't think his intelligence is high enough to be a wizard, but I think it's high enough to be a sorcerer.
Hey.
well, it's definitely higher than his charisma.
Oh. Oh yeah. No, I don't. He'd have to. Yeah, because I think the minimum for a wizard is 13 intelligence.
I didn't think that classes had minimum requirements.
Oh, isn't that just for multi-classing?
Oh, I thought it was all of them, but I know for multiclassing for sure.
Yeah, his charisma modifier is -3. Oh, that's going to be such a burden to him for the rest of his life. I mean, it makes sense. He's this big, ugly monster that can speak. Maybe enough, if we give him a good enough fashion sense, it'll make up for it a little bit. Like, we can get him a top hat of +1 charisma or something.
I mean, now he can choose to work on it.
He can.
Yeah, maybe he's happy the way he is.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
dress him up
definitely
like
happy.
Pickle.
Well, it's,
Yeah.
Wait. Why
Because so many ugly people are.
Okay, but why can't he work on it? Because if he gets a class, then he can upgrade his stats every couple levels, right?
He can, and he would choose what he wants to work on, right? It might be intelligence. Maybe it would be if he worked on nothing but charisma until level 20.
Forever.
Well,
Yeah,
that would
he
get
might
him-
be passable.
It wouldn't be till like level 12 that he would even be able to get a positive charisma modifier. All right, Zarya, paint your scene for us.
Okay, so he is sleeping in Ao's room. I am gonna be making some kind of an art sculpture or whatever, and I need something from Ao's room, probably something from like,
I hope you don't need a bed.
Well, like Ao, we said that Ao's room has like a habitat kind of thingy for
Yep.
Rumble, right? So maybe it's like some grass or something I need to still, or I don't know. But I'm gonna sneak into Ao's room, even though I know he's not there. I just don't want to mess anything up, and then I'm gonna, encounter Rumble, and he's gonna talk to me, and I'm gonna be very shocked.
All right, real quick, before rolling your intro D20, roll me a how shocked are you when you notice that Ao doesn't have a bed anymore?
Honestly, I feel like based on the character, that would be like a non-event. You should say,
An
no
11.
mayo, no bed. Yeah, that
Yep.
fits.
Yep, that tracks.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
well, maybe he took it with him on his honeymoon. I don't know.
All right, go ahead and roll a d20 to see how well your introductory scene with Intelligent Rumble goes.
Got a 15.
15. That's pretty favorable. Go ahead and lay that out for us. What does a 15 look like in this introduction?
I mean, so yeah, I go into Ao's room and I see Rumble there. Is he awake at this point? Yeah.
He says,
Probably.
"Oh, hello? There wasn't a bed here."
Hi, Rumble. You can talk now. Hi.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of freaking out. I know a lot of words and I know what they mean, but I don't know why I know them or what they mean. What is
I
an
don't know.
imbecile?
Oh, an imbecile is someone who's not very smart. I don't know how you can speak or anything now either. Is Yipyar okay? You noticing Yipyar passed out?
Yeah, you notice that Yipyar's passed out, and Rumble goes over and like pokes him with his nose. He says, "I am pretty sure he's not dead," which is something that I now know exists. And I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to eat him. Is that right? Am I not supposed to eat him?
Yeah, don't eat him. He's a friend. We don't want to
Okay.
eat him.
Okay. Friend. What's a friend?
Friend is someone we don't eat.
Okay, so anybody that I don't eat is my friend. Okay, I can live with that.
Sure. I don't really. Hi, you can talk. This
Yeah.
is new.
Yeah, it's a big day for both of us. Do you need help with anything? I just need to be distracted right now.
I mean, I was gonna make a sculpture. Do you want to? Is there something you want to do? Do you want to go outside? What do you need?
I think I could help with the sculpture. I'm gonna be experimenting with Rumble voices until we find one we like. So.
Okay, so
What? Do you want me to eat something?
do you need to eat something?
I need to eat everything. I'm so hungry. I definitely didn't just eat a bed.
Definitely not. That's what happened to Ao's bed. He's not gonna be very happy, but we'll figure that out later. I'm trying to think if there's like some kind of art sculpture that you could like eat away at and make art by like what you don't eat. That could be fun.
Oh. I see. Artistry through reduction.
Yeah. Like we get like a big tree and you eat away at it and then I carve some things and we make a sculpture out of like a dead tree.
Yes, I believe there's a glowy box that magically gives me food sometimes, but I couldn't find it.
Glowy box food. Yep. Yipyar's good berries? I'm trying to think what the glowy box is.
Perhaps like a canic terminal at which you exchange bitcane for a tree.
That would be it. Yeah, we could do that, and I could give some.
There's one in my room, by the way.
Oh yeah. See, I forget things. So yeah, I can put some bitcane in there and get him some food.
Okay, we are going to now move past the intro into your activity, which is making a tree into an art piece. So go ahead and.
But we need to find a really big tree.
Oh yeah, I mean you'll be able to order it through the Canic terminal, right? You can
Perfect.
order literally anything you want.
Perfect. Okay, so roll a d20 for how well it goes.
For how well this activity goes, yeah.
I got a 17. I'm rolling really good for these activities.
Wow. You are.
So, yeah, we get this big giant tree, and I'm assuming Rumble, he has good intelligence, so he takes some big bites out of it, but like leaves a form. And then
Yeah.
I carve some details. I don't know what we carved. What do we carve?
Well,
What
and
would Rumble like to carve? Yeah.
well, so first, I think you get thinking ahead, you get some sort of like fruit tree, right? One that has just a bunch of fruit on it, so that as he eats, right, he also gets nourishment, a lot more nourishment from it.
You know, that makes sense. Let's get a really big, thick, like apple tree, like a really old, big, thick one.
Big, thick apple tree, fantasy apples,
Yeah.
or golden apples.
Like
I don't
really
know.
big trunk. Like a
Really
really big trunk.
Beautiful. Yeah. So he begins to eat away at it, right? He begins like he begins to chomp, 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 chomp. He says, I am enjoying this. Eating with a purpose? Having a reason? Being careful about what I eat? This is all so new and so interesting. Why have I never done this before?
I mean, it sounds like you just learned a lot of things and maybe you didn't know how to do it before.
I did just learn a lot of things. I like you. What is...
Aww,
Am I
Rumble,
supposed to...
that's so sweet.
What is your name?
Oh, yeah. I'm Zarya.
Zarya.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What are you carving out of your bites in the tree? What are you making?
I will make Zarya.
Oh.
Yeah, so he like eats pieces of the tree. He eats all the branches and he strips it down. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a D20 sleight of mouth roll. I don't. Let's. What's his dex modifier? +0. Okay, still he gets a 17.
Woo!
Makes a Zarya tree sculpture.
And then I get a chisel and do some of the details. But yeah.
17. So he like loves like this newfound form of expression, right? This idea that he can now create art, that he doesn't have to be a purely destructive being, right? Which is a brand new concept for him. And he really enjoyed making a tree sculpture with you, and he did a really good job. You're like when anybody looks at
He
this
got it.
tree,
Yeah.
they know who it is, right? All right, let's go ahead and roll for the conclusion.
Thank you. A 16.
16. All right, and so how do you wrap this all up? How do you wrap you finished carving the tree. He's a little bit less hungry because he just ate a bunch of fruit and a bunch of tree.
He doesn't fit through the doorways, right? Like we've established that.
Yeah, so he is stuck in Ao's room.
Well, I go, thank you, Rumble. This was really fun. This was not what I was expecting to do with my day, but I should probably figure out what's happening with Yipyar, but would you wanna like meet some other friends?
I think I like friends.
Friends are people we like.
Friends are people we like, and
That we don't
friends
eat.
are people we don't eat. Friends are people we like. I'm writing down important Rumble quotes for him to remember, and by that I mean for me to remember for Rumble. he says, "Okay," and he picks up Yip Yar like between two of his little claws, and like Yip Yar is tiny compared to Rumble, right? Baby Rumble is massive, and he like gently places Yip Yar in your arms and just assumes that you're going to be able to hold him, and and says, "Please take care of sleepy friend who I will not eat."
Aw, I will, as I'm struggling to carry Yipyar's body. Actually, wait, no. I just got a spell that would help. I just got telekinesis, so I could totally carry him.
Nice.
You just telekinesis him out of the room. Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
I'll telekinesis him. Let's see. I can carry him up to 10 minutes, so I'll carry him to his room under the bed and see if I can find someone to help. And presumably, I'll run into Biscuit at some time and tell her to go look in Ao's room.
All right, and that makes it Biscuit's turn. Biscuit, how would you like your introductory scene with Intelligent Rumble to go?
Don't I roll first?
No, you tell us what the goal is, and then we roll to see how well it goes, and then we describe like what actually happens.
Okay. Well, the goal is to ask Rumble what he likes and see if he likes Shine Time. But since Yipyar's passed out, probably won't figure that out right away. And clean out the crate.
Well, remember that there is in Ao's room. There's a Shine Time hot tub that has been
Right.
set up.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Gonna see if Rumble likes Shine Time.
Show off Shine Time and clean out the cage.
Also, Ao's gonna get back, and there's just a giant tree sculpture of me in his room.
Yeah.
In his room.
Like
And
every.
no bed.
Oh.
Oh, all right. Go ahead, and make your roll, Biscuit.
Okay. 10.
10. Interesting. Just a perfectly average introduction. So, this is probably first thing the next morning, right? I don't know if... So is this... Oh, you're probably just going in for routine. You probably haven't talked to Zarya yet, so you're probably not aware.
No, I'm going in to clean out the crate and well stash the contents somewhere in the room where no one will see. That's just what she does.
There's just like a forgotten corner of Ao's massive room with a bunch of
Like
Rumble
sweets.
droppings. It's a compost
Yeah.
pile.
Yeah, the compost pile. That's just part of her routine. Oh yeah, there's some mushrooms growing on it, right?
Yeah, almost definitely.
Yeah, so she walks.
Go ahead.
Yeah, she walks in the room and she starts walking to the crate. And she'll probably see Rumble and not really think anything of him.
Yeah, he's probably sleepy, right? He's probably sleeping. And so like when you walk in, which isn't abnormal, right? Big creatures, I believe, tend to sleep to conserve energy. When you start cleaning the cage, he probably what are you doing?
Huh?
Why are you touching my poop?
Did you always speak?
No.
You can touch your own poop if you want.
I don't think anybody wants to. That's why I'm so curious. Why are you doing it?
Because it's cleaning out my crate. You normally sleep here. Why aren't you sleeping in it?
Well, I wanted to sleep in a bed, but there's no bed here.
Oh, I think I know why. Ao just got married, so they probably took out the old bed and they're going to put in a new one.
Yeah, he probably wanted the bed to be gone. That sounds good. Yeah, this is your crate?
Well, it's our crate.
It's our crate? What does that
Yeah.
mean?
it means you get to sleep here. And if you don't sleep there, then I take it and I sleep in it.
Oh, should I have told you that I didn't sleep in it yesterday so that you could have slept in it?
No, I have other options now. It's usually just when we're traveling.
Oh.
Okay, how long have you been able to speak?
I think I learned how to speak yesterday.
You know you can leave whenever you want, right?
Well, that door is very small. And I think I feel would bad if I broke the door?
Aw. Oh, you're so precious. Biscuit Eldridge blasts the door.
What?
So it's big enough for Rumble to be able to leave if he wants.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Blast the door of Ao's room.
Now you can leave whenever you want.
So that Rumble can leave. Oh, I need to write up here also that Rumble ate Ao's bed. I feel warm. Like, that was very nice. I also feel confused because if I wasn't supposed to do it, why were you allowed to do it? But I guess maybe, are we just allowed to break things?
Ao and I have a special bond. He will understand.
Oh, so it was Ao's door, and because of your special bond, you could break that door.
Yes, exactly.
Property and ownership are new concepts to me.
I'll try to explain it more in the future.
That is very kind.
You are
Okay.
very welcome.
So,
Here, have a chili pepper candy. And Biscuit will toss him a chili pepper candy.
he eats it, and I guess we'll see. Does he like spicy candy? He is ambivalent. Food is food, I guess. So we can break into the activity portion. I don't think he's going to join you for cleaning out the crate, but you said you want to do shine time after cleaning the crate, right? To get yourself all clean.
Yes. Has Rumble ever had shine time before? I don't think so.
I don't think he has. So go ahead and make your shine time activity with Rumble roll.
Okay, Rumble. Do you know what shine time is?
I do not know what shine time is.
Would you fit in that tub there? Would Rumble fit in the tub?
I'm going to say that you guys built it large enough for the entire party to get in. So he can, but it's basically just enough room for him. And then maybe you could squeeze in by the edge.
Okay.
Yellow Holiday asks if you tried to push your earring at all while Ao was on his honeymoon.
Oh. You know what? I think she probably would have, just out of curiosity. Like, kind of, like, she knows he's gone somewhere fun. She knows it's with Nana Sarah, which, you know, she doesn't really care one way or the other. But, yeah, she feels left out. And she wants to know what he's saying.
What's the roll for the shine time?
For the shine time.
Maybe that's how Ao gets back here and meets him before Fix It. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that would explain it. Is an earring swap.
Earring swap.
Shine time is a 4.
Shine time is a
Ooh.
4.
Are you going to try and force a reroll with that?
I mean, I think it kind of makes sense just with, like, the tub is not made for Rumble's. What's Rumble again?
A boulette.
A bullet.
Boulette. Yeah. The tub is not made for a boulette. Biscuit would definitely say it's better from the source, not from this sad bucket of spores.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, Rumble does get into the hot tub and barely fits. And, like, it's, like, straining and creaking. And so he's like, I feel very uncomfortable. I do not have a special bond with AO, this AO person. And I don't want to break their things. I don't think I should be doing this. And, like, the spores are just spilling out of the tub, right? Because he's so large. And so, like, it's making a huge mess.
Oh, Rumble. Maybe you just need to eat the spores. No. Yes. Because sometimes they taste good. Biscuit will try to feed Rumble some spores.
Can I get a spore flavor roll, please? He says, oh, okay. He, like, gingerly steps out of the tub, like, and, like, it's, like, less than half full now. And, like, he's just, like, bending over and, like, scooping them up sadly off of the ground.
I think this helps with what'd you roll again? A 4?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it tastes like earwax right now.
Oh God.
And he's like eating them, but he starts to cry a little bit. He's like, these taste so bad. Why do I have to eat these?
Okay, Rumble, you don't have to eat them. I just thought it would heighten the experience.
I'm so sorry. I wanted
No.
to have fun with you. And I feel like I ruined everything because I'm really big and I'm so hungry.
We are having fun, Rumble, aren't we?
Yes. We can still have fun.
We can still have fun. Here, have another chili pepper candy.
Thank you.
Okay, let's spread these spores around so you can't tell that they were here. And Biscuit just starts like pushing spores towards the compost.
Break the hot tub and begins eating the earwax. Earwax spores.
That's so sad. That's so funny.
Taste terrible. He also cries because he wanted to have fun with Biscuit. Oh, did you tell him that your name was Biscuit?
I don't think no, she didn't. Oh, I think Zarya mentioned Biscuit something.
Okay.
I did
No.
mention Biscuit.
Yeah.
No, maybe I was like, I will go find you another friend. I don't know if I said Biscuit. I
Oh,
don't know.
that's right.
Yeah, and we
No.
also determined that you two didn't interact before Biscuit came in.
Yeah.
But
So yeah,
did
no,
not
Rumble doesn't know her
enjoy
name.
the experience. So even though it was a bad experience for the activity, I think he still ended up like it positively affected the relationship. So we'll go ahead and roll the conclusion roll now.
Okay. No. It's a 3.
All right. So what happens?
I think when trying to push the spores to the compost corner, they just start to get everywhere, and then some of the compost starts to get everywhere. And Rumble's embarrassed because it is his poops, his excrements. And he doesn't know why this is happening. And Biscuit's embarrassed. This is her first time hanging out with Rumble. Nothing's going right. Time isn't going right. And he's never gonna like Shine Time now because of this.
Like
Is
he's
what
just like in the room, he's like trying to shuffle them, but they're so small that like it's like, right, if you've ever like spilled a thing of nerds on the table, right, and you're like trying to sweep them up, but it doesn't work because they're so awkwardly small. But then like you
Just get in
resort
between
to
your
like
keyboards.
you're trying to pick them up, but you can only pick up like 2 at a time because again they're so small. And like Rumble's like trying to help you, and he was already crying, and now he's just like, it's like I made a big mess. I made a big mess, and I feel like I want to help you because I think I think you're my friend. I don't want to eat you, and I think that means we're friends. But I'm just making a bigger mess, and he's like stomping on some of the spores so that they splat and make a bigger mess. And he just learned what making a mess was, right? And so
Poor Rumble.
You didn't make a big mess. We made a big mess. Nobody has to know.
he actually, so I think the way that this ends is he ends up like running out of the room crying in embarrassment, right? Through the hole that you made for him in lieu of Ao's door. And so now he's like out in the Bookfinder lounge in the common area crying for the first time. So that's probably why the experience was overall negative for him.
And then Biscuit clicks the earring just in the middle of Ao's disheveled room. I'm so sad out of here. I'm embarrassed. Clicks the earring.
It's very sad about not being able to help clean up. He runs out of the room in shame and embarrassment. All right, Ao.
He learned self-expression from Zarya. Embarrassment and shame from
Can't wait for Ego to show up in this room and it's a mess and there's no bed and there's a tree carving of Zarya. Oh.
All right, Ao. It's probably like 10:30 in the morning. You're groggily waking up and your ear is buzzing. I believe you said you definitely push it, so you probably like instinctively like, oh, Biscuit's in danger, that moment of adrenaline, without hesitation. You're like, I'm gonna help. You hit the button and you swap. And the scene in front of you is exactly as described. You no longer have a bed. It's just gone. There's now a huge carving of Zarya. And very clearly Zarya in your room. Just sitting there. The spores and rumble poop are everywhere. There's little squished spores. And you hear a massive low...
You don't have a door.
Oh yeah, and you don't have a door. There's just a massive hole. I need you to roll a perception check for me really quick. Ao?
Perception
he
roll?
might. Somebody said in chat that they needed to step away for a second. Let me see if it was him.
He's back.
He said he's back.
He's back.
Perception roll, please.
Perception roll. That is a 22 total.
Okay, you can tell that the door was made, like, that the big opening was made by Eldritch Blasts and not by Rumble running through your door. So go ahead and describe to me how you would like your intro scene to go, and then let's make your roll.
Okay, so sorry, because I had to step away for a second. Did we establish how I got back yet?
Yep, you have done the earring swap with Biscuit. You are in the middle of your basically destroyed room. Your bed is gone. There's a giant statue of Zarya, very clearly Zarya, just in the middle of your room. The Shine Time hot tub has been spilled out everywhere. There's broken spores everywhere. Some of the rumble poop. You notice for the first time that there's a rumble poop compost corner in your room that you weren't aware of, because there was also poop in a lot of different places.
Okay. So yeah, so I was just talking to Sarah, when I felt the ear buzzing, I was just going, yeah. So it's an amazing bed. Like I just got it. It was made by the best craftsmen in the kingdom, basically. It took a lot of work to get it. And while I was doing that, so I just figured might as well do the whole room. So I got like a new door, got new frames for it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. But then I feel the ear buzzing. I rolled an 8, so I couldn't resist, and I just instinctively, almost as a reaction, I just pressed it, and now I'm in the room.
And
Is Rumble
you hear,
there?
No, Rumble has run out into the Bookfinder Lounge, but you do hear a big as he's crying in embarrassment and shame.
I don't know who's crying, but if this is about my room, you have a lot of explaining to do. Where is my bed? And I stroll it out.
Okay. So your introduction to Rumble will be yelling at him for breaking my bed. Please roll a d20 to see how well this goes.
14.
14. Okay. You walk into the Bookfinder Lounge. There's a crying Rumble, which is something that you have literally never seen before. There's snot on his nose, tears on his eyes, and he's like trying to cover his face with his huge Rumble paws.
Oh, buddy, I didn't even know you could cry. What's wrong? What happened? Did you break my room? Did you break everything in my room?
No. Biscuit said we broke it.
Holy shit, you can talk! I did not expect that. Oh, did Yipyar cast some kind of weird thing on you? Is that what's happening here?
Oh no. All of a sudden I have thoughts and feelings.
Oh. Oh god, yeah, those get in the way. Those can be a big problem. Like
I'm
like
a
right
big
now I'm feeling
problem.
well, you are for our enemies for sure, but not for us, buddy. But like feelings, like you were saying, I feel furious right now. Do you know what happened to my room?
Yes.
Also, why does it feel like I don't know, like a Jumanji game happened in there?
Well, I wanted to sleep in a bed because I figured out what a bed was, but apparently beds aren't
that
made
explains
for
my
me.
bed.
And then I ate it because I was sad. But then, Zarya came and she taught me how to make art, and she told me that I don't have to just destroy everything, that I can use my powers for self-expression. And then Biscuit taught me.
I mean, she says that and then casts Fireball onto all of us, but sure.
I've never seen that, but Biscuit came in.
I don't even have Fireball. Thank you very much.
You're not here.
She said that she came in to clean my crate, which was so nice. She said it's our crate and that both of us get to sleep in it and we take turns. And then she said that we could do something called Shine Time that was supposed to be really fun.
Oh.
But when I got in the tub, it was too small. And so then they spilled everywhere, and I was trying to help clean it up, but they're so small. There's just like you. You're so tiny. And he like picks you up.
Well,
And like by the claw with his little claws, and he's like looking at you, and he kind of like wipes his tears on your shirt, and then he's like,
okay, you can put me down now. This is emasculating.
Emasculating. Why do I know what that means?
I don't know that. I don't even know what that means. But I gotta say, Rumble, it sounds like a lot happened here, and we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
But first of all,
all right. No, I think we're gonna break into your activity section here. Go ahead.
I just want to, all these feelings and everything. I know it can be hard to deal with them, but from my experience, and my group has taught me that confronting your fears is the best way. So I think you should start feeling all your feelings as much as you can. And to help you with that, what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna sneak around. You don't know when, you don't know where. and I'm just gonna come out and scare you one way or another. And that's gonna train you into processing these feelings that you have, okay? Into dealing with all the anger and frustration and hunger that you feel all the time. How does that feel? How does that sound?
Okay. 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 Yep, I just wanted to check on something real quick. All right, so go ahead and make a roll for how well this goes. AO's gentle parenting for the win.
17. It's just a flat D20, right?
Yeah. 17's actually really
Yeah,
good.
17.
Okay. So as you sneak around the room, Rumble has tremor sense. Literally, anytime you're walking on stone, he can tell exactly where you are. So as you're sneaking about, hiding in the shadows, he just keeps his eyes locked on you. But then I think at one point you're like, you're supposed to pretend you can't see me.
He's just doing it to make me feel good.
Yeah, then he dutifully looks away and is like intentionally now looking exactly opposite you the entire time. So it's still weird because he's like perfectly tracking you and looking exactly away from you the whole time.
Yeah, but I'm just going like deadly in the shadows. He has no idea.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
8.
I believe that means the return of the Titan Knight badge.
Oh God. So do I just strike a pose while trying to hide
Yes,
behind
you
him?
absolutely strike a pose and
No,
yell out a
yeah.
catchphrase.
I'm gonna yell out the best catchphrase of all. I pose and then I go sneak attack and try to jump on him.
Rumble, who thinks that he's caught on to the game at this point, jumps up in surprise and goes, "Oh my, a sneaky little rat!" and then hits you with his tail.
Ow! See? That's what you have to work on. You have to control your frustrations.
Hold on.
Ow.
He rolled a 20, and I'm assuming that hits.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
All right, this is the frontal camera flex for the Knight 257. I'm trying to find a way to make this one look nearly as good as the angled camera flex, but I feel like all of these poses just make me look awkward. So there we go. Yeah, so he sends you tumbling, right? And he goes, "Oh my goodness, you done scared me." He rolled a 2 on his performance check. So you don't believe for even a moment that he was terrified.
I mean, I don't think I believe anything right now. My head's banging. It's just lights and sounds.
Well, then he runs over to you after having hurt you and becomes genuinely afraid for the first time that he has killed you. And he's like poking you rather aggressively with his nose. He says, "No! You're a friend. I don't want to eat you. What? Don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Please don't be dead." And he starts licking you on your face. Just huge amounts of boulette slobber all over. It's actually a little bit suffocating.
Okay, Rumble. See, control your feelings. That was good. That's a good start. That was a solid hit. I know I can be very scary sometimes. I'll try to work on that next time. But you did good. We're all right.
Rumble then sends AO tumbling and becomes genuinely afraid. So you did, inspire the feeling that you were trying to inspire.
Mm-hmm. It was all part of the plan.
Oh, okay. So it's okay. You're okay. I am very large. I think
you are. You are very strong.
Am I very large and strong, or are you just tiny and weak?
You are very, very large and strong. I'm like large and like average, large and strong.
You're average. Okay, that
Mm-hmm.
he puffs out his chest a little bit. He gets his confidence back. Let's go ahead and go into your conclusion arc.
Do I roll again for that?
Yep, you'll roll one more time. Rumble gets his confidence back. This is now starting to feel so much like an It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode.
Well, I rolled a 1.
Oh, no.
What does that mean, DM?
That means that he did actually break a few of your bones.
Oh,
You're on your honeymoon.
When he threw you into the wall,
oh.
you have broken a couple of bones, and you're gonna have to explain to him that you need to get back to your honeymoon, and that you have to leave.
Yeah.
Maybe he
Okay,
just doesn't
buddy.
explain and just presses the button.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, maybe the button gets pressed when I get smacked.
Okay, so Biscuit, you did transport over to Ao's honeymoon. You're sitting on the couch with old Nana Sarah.
Yeah, mimosa in one hand, scone in the other.
You feel the earring buzz back. It's probably been like an hour and a half.
Well, it was nice chatting with you, Nana Sarah. And she'll press the button.
You as well, little one. You swap back,
But it stays between us.
and what you come back to is Rumble is like happily bouncing up on all fours, like in a small circle. And when he turns around, he gets a look of shock on his face. He says, "But did Ao leave me? Ao was my friend, and he left."
Ao is your friend, and I don't know. We just switch spots sometimes. It's nothing personal.
Oh, okay. He told me that I'm very large and very strong.
Yes, you are. You're the largest and the strongest.
Oh, and that is good, right? That is a good thing.
Yes, it is very good for a bullet.
All right, fix it. Intro.
All right. So he is. So he's outside of the room now, right?
Yep, he's in the Bookfinder common area.
Okay. Bookfinder common area. So I don't know what you guys did with me last episode, so I don't know where I'm coming from. Can I just say that I
The
was
most
like,
important thing is I stole your phone for the wedding, and you were very upset you couldn't find it. And then I stuck it back in your pocket while you weren't looking, and then you had your phone back.
That
Okay,
is
perfect.
what
That's
happened.
basically your arc from the
Yeah.
wedding.
I agree with you that is the most important thing.
Not the
okay.
wedding. Not the fact that you asked the East Wind if Ao should get married to Sarah, and the East Wind said no.
No, none of those things.
Most
What are you
important
talking? What are
thing
you
is I
talking
stole
about?
your phone for the whole wedding.
Yeah. All right. So I guess I come out. I'm gonna say I come out of my room, right? Goblet of wine in one hand, camera in the other, and like, where's my fuzzy wuzzy big guy? Time for our pictures. And I cozy up next to Rumble and start to take a selfie.
Cheese.
Whoa, what? I nervously spill a little drink, then look around to see if anybody's looking, and then drink the rest of what's in the goblet, and reach into my bag and pour myself another one.
Go ahead. Please roll a d20 to see how well the early morning selfie with Rumble goes.
So your reaction is not, "Oh, I should stop drinking." Is you drink more.
Yeah, that's a 5.
Oh no.
And I also have to roll to see what I'm actually drinking.
That is true. You're gonna have to roll to see which of the many possible
That
things you
is-
pull out of that bag.
Nice. It's the Pinot Noir. I'm good. So at least I've got some good wine.
What'd you get on the selfie roll?
A 5.
I'll do a reroll for that.
Okay.
Yeah, for selfie's got to be good.
Yeah.
All right. Is it Alt Shift 5?
Maybe
Oh, I'm so good at remembering.
it's just an 8.
Wow.
Yeah, you set me free.
Slightly better than
Oh.
a 5.
Can I do a reroll? Are we limited to one?
Yeah, one each, but yeah, go ahead.
One each. Okay.
And
All right, hold
nat
on,
20s and nat 1s are immune, so.
I have to. How do I do the redeeming thing? I promise I've done this before.
You click
Wait,
on the
hold on.
crowns.
Hold on.
Crowns.
And then down at 15 or 1200 points is the
Why do I not have it? Why do I not have it?
you don't have any
Oh yeah.
crowns? Are you logged in
No,
as
no.
yourself?
Yeah, no, it wasn't showing as a crown, but I got
Okay.
it now. I think somebody else just redeemed for me.
I've been trying to do it, but I don't know how.
I'll redeem anyway, just in case.
So if you click on the crowns on your like in the chat
Uh-huh.
box, do you see the crowns? And then scroll
Yeah.
basically all the way down to the bottom, and you see forced reroll.
Yeah,
1200?
I clicked that, but then it doesn't do anything.
You have to
and
put a
then
reason why.
Yeah, it says please input the name of the player, so you have to type out that message and then hit enter.
Oh.
Oh, now
There,
2
I
of
just
them
did it.
are there. So you get 2 rerolls.
I took. Wait, 1, 2. I get 3, right? I see 3.
You can roll 2 more times and take the better roll.
All right,
You've
they were all
essentially
bad.
just been granted advantage.
I rolled a 5, an 8, and a 7.
You have
No,
another
you get
roll.
one more.
I have one more.
You have one more
Yep.
that fix it or that AO has granted you.
Oh, come on. 16. Okay.
16.
16. There we go. Final.
Okay. Wow, the whole party banded together to get you that 16.
Yeah.
It's
That
the
was
first
important.
selfie from Awakened. It's got to be good.
Rumble has the biggest grin that you have ever seen. Also, it's terrifying. Also, like, because, right, it probably has, you know how, like, I can't remember when this effect started happening, but, like, it captures, like, the couple seconds before and after, right? In the little video, and then, like, has the actual picture of the moment. So the picture itself looks really good, and then you get to see yourself, like, shake, startled, and spill the wine as part of like the after part of the picture. So it's all captured.
Okay. I like it.
Activity.
All right. So I poured myself a fresh goblet. We took a boss selfie, and he made that noise. So now I do like like I'm still looking around, wondering if it's the alcohol or not. Actually, I'm gonna roll to see if I can tell whether I'm hallucinating or not. That would be what, perception, constitution.
Probably perception check, yeah. Or insight. It's
All right.
probably insight, actually. It's probably an insight check into yourself.
All right, insight, and I am hoping to roll low on this because it'll be funnier.
I was
That's
like,
an
I feel like
8.
it should be with disadvantage because you're drunk.
Yeah. Sure. Take disadvantage. It's an 8.
Okay. Now,
Right.
so what does hallucinated Inno want to do as an activity with Rumble?
Well, as far as I know, I'm just hearing things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna sit down next to him, kind of like the drunken, like, sit against the wall with your legs straight out in front of you pose.
Okay.
But he's gonna be the wall, and I'm gonna try to take some more pictures. And I'm gonna talk to him the way one talks to something that, they don't think can respond. Like, whew, this drink might be getting to me, but it sure is good.
Wow,
But I don't know. I don't know if it's kill 100 random humans good, but it's pretty damn good.
Go ahead and make a roll for how well the activity goes.
15.
15. So you're leaning against Rumble, right? You're talking about the different things that you're doing that self-introspection. When you make the comment that this drink is really good, Rumble, in your mind, hallucinated, says, "Oh, may I try some of that?" And so like Rumble is like kind of like nudging your hand with his nose like towards the wine.
Yeah. So I'm like, absolutely. I lift the cup towards him, and then when I realize what's going on, do a full on spit take.
He puts your whole hand in his mouth, and kind of like eats the goblet out of your hand. Your hand and arm are now covered in slobber. And he goes, that's a nice flavor. I like this drinking.
Is my hand still in his mouth while he's
No.
he's talking?
No, he it comes out of his mouth kind of like a lollipop, right? Like your hand is now just covered in slobber. Your goblet is missing because he ate it. The wine is gone because he drank it all.
Okay. Oh wait, the goblet is missing?
Yeah.
At least we're in the Bookfinder Lounge. That also is maybe the most important thing that's happened here. I really need someplace something to drink out of. All right. So I turn to him. I'm like, "You are actually talking, right?"
Yes, I have meeting the definition for talking.
There's so much I don't know right now.
Me too.
Oh, I and you like the wine, do you?
I do. That was very nice. There was a strange, scaly taste.
It may be forward of me to say this, but I feel like we've got a lot in common, Rumble. Let me show you something.
Okay.
Let me show you something. So I take out the cell phone and I start scrolling through the pictures of him.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm like, look, this is you when you were a baby. This was kind of, I mean, some people might call it an illicit thing with AO, but it was weird. I mean, we've been through a lot together. And I'm glad we finally get to share it and talk about it. And more than anything, this device I'm using, it's really fabulous. I would love to tell you. Can you read? I have a book for you if you can.
I can read. And look at this. And he like starts scrolling through the phone with his own finger. I can learn things. This is a fabulous device. You're right. Please make a roll for how well this conclusion is going to go.
19. Let's go.
19.
I have my cell phone apprentice, and it's a giant, murder potato.
Babies.
Screw you all. Screw you all. I have somebody to talk to about cell phones.
What a lovely way to end the session. And that means that Yipyar gets a whole week to plan his final. Oh. It's Fangirl15. Welcome to the chat. Right at the tail end of the stream, our druid in our Dungeons and Dragons party today awakened Baby Rumble. This is a picture of Baby Rumble as a bunny, and this is a picture of Baby Rumble himself, the Boulette. And so they have just been going through scenes, introducing themselves to him now that he's an actually intelligent and sentient creature. And it's been quite a delightful and wholesome episode full of wonderful moments.
Refresh us on the dimensions of this Boulette.
So as a baby Boulette, he is still about 4 times as large as any of you individual kobolds. So he stands about 5.5 feet from ground to shoulder, and he's about 7 feet long, just like head to shell to base of tail, and then he's got about a 3-foot tail behind that. So he is a big creature. Each of you barely gets up to his shoulders when you're standing next to him. I still can't get over the fact that like that jump scare was just the word beans. Yeah, and so he is very large. He ate Ao's bed, he carved a sculpture of Zarya, one of the party members, and he cried through his feelings with Biscuit, and then learned to confront both his fears and his feelings, to feel his feelings with Ao. Finally, he bonded with Fixit over wine and photo albums and cell phones.
So great.
And now Yipyar wakes up.
And now Yipyar wakes up. But join us next time on the Kobold campaign to see how Fixit and Rumble's first interaction, or sorry, not Fixit, Yipyar and Rumble's first interaction goes.
Poor
GG,
Yipyar, though. That was a big thing in the whole session.
I think it was pretty funny that I'm the last one to meet him after awakening him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like like a mad scientist like creates a living thing and then other people corrupt it. Like you're gonna come back and be like, this isn't what I wanted for you. What did they do to you?
Well, we had come out to the chaos. Like Ao's door has been blown off. Like he's just sitting out there.
My room is a mess.
Area.
All right. I would like us to raid Night Fury 620, who is kind enough to raid me, on Monday. He's playing a game called Dead by Daylight. So obviously you guys don't have to like stick around, but if you leave your stream up for a little bit, it'll help him out. And then please just spam his chat with nice messages. How do I do this again? Oh, right. I go to... So we're going to end the stream with a wonderful, wonderful raid. Go to my dashboard. There we go. We're going to...
Right. Have a good night, friends.
Have a
Later,
good
everybody.
night.
Hey.
Where's the raid button? Raid channel. 620. Start raid. We're ready to raid in 5, 4. Also, friends, this was such a wonderful episode. Have a good night. It's Fangirl15. Good night, GGPG. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully, we'll see you again on our next D&D stream. Also, there will be a board game stream on Friday. And don't forget to sign up for the Stardust Watch Party this Saturday, 7 p.m. Central. It's Bring Your Own Popcorn. It's going to be amazing. Have a good night.
Couple weeks, something like that. If I were to just have that straight, ooh, that would suck. I would not want to do that. Oh, hello, BoruNation. Thank you for the raid. Oh my goodness, with a party of 10. Hello. Hope your stream went well. Let's see. Will it work, please? There we go. Hello, everyone.